Hello, it is Friday, July 31, 2026, and I want to give you an update as to what's going on with my lawsuits. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't. I was supposed to file injunctions for defendants that are stealing my EDD, my DPSS, my SNAP EBT, my disability insurance, which was Tony Fauci and his family, the Valacco family, and my paid family leave, and my TANF SSI, and my nest egg life savings that I've been working for like 30 years in the New York metropolitan area. And they're stealing the money of people who are relocating to Los Angeles. This is the LADA, Laura Jane Kessner, Mary Hearn, Jennifer Newstead, Kathleen Carrigan from the tax court, and Susan Lee, and Tim Cook from Apple, who's laundering money. The moral of the story is that I could not get justice in California courts because it's coup d'etat. And by Gavin Newsom, he thinks that California belongs to him in Australia and the Philippines, and it's sort of like World War II and the Iron Curtain, where you have the Senju, which is Japan, which is just like the same guy, Adil Shams from the Senju, and also T-Tech, Bank of America, money being stolen by Amity Bank and Faith Tabernacle Church and the Money Network. They're stealing the unemployment insurance from the front office with the Money Network and Amity Bank, and also the back office with Gavin Newsom and Vince Newsom and Genesis Consulting Systems. So they think that California belongs to them, and they have created their own Iron Curtain, which is known as New Development Bricks, with Ghana and Kenya and Dilma Rousseff from Brazil. And so my case S277250 with Simone Volz, and Jorge Navarrete, that have committed coup d'etat of the California courts. So I took my case to the United States Tax Court, and I found out that there's also pay-to-play racketeering at the tax court. So I filed another appeal to the Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. Circuit, and I found out that there's also racketeering collusion going on with the D.C. Circuit, and Mayor Brown, the mayor of Washington, D.C., along with Mayor Brown Law Firm of San Francisco, and Lisa Reyes, who's really Simone Volz. And there's all kinds of Clayton Antitrust Act, Section 8 interlocking directorates, monopoly, racketeering. And so I filed a notice of appeal to the United States Federal Circuit Court of Appeals. And the reason why I qualify is that as Leo Cono versus the United States et al. Because the United States has their own racketeering. Title 18, U.S. Code 1961, racketeer influence crime organizations being operated by federal employees, high-ranking public officials. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, everybody in the cabinet, they're all in it to steal money from the United States. And Eric Trump just stole another $8 billion, and Facebook, they're all like stealing money all the time and laundering the money out of the country. If you pay taxes to another country and you refuse to pay a single penny to the United States, you are a terrorist, because you will give your money to another country, but you will not give a single penny. You will not give any money to the United States. That makes you a terrorist. And so I filed a notice of appeal to the D.C. Circuit, and the reason why I qualify is that there's racketeering going on with Dawson and John Cardone and the Gambino crime family that Donald Trump gave a pardon to David Gentili. And so Donald Trump is Gambino. Donald Trump is a poltergeist. He is Castorino, Louis Farrakhan. He is Russo from Russia. He is Iran, Soleimani. He is Venezuela. He is Castorino. He is D'Arienzo, the D'Arienzo crime family, which is Anthony D'Arienzo and Gavin Newsom. He is Carvalho and the Brazilians and Ramos. And so basically what's going on here is that there is the Trump organization, and the federal government employees and high-ranking officials are worse than the Italian Mafia, or worse than the Brazilian Mafia, or worse than the Irish Republican Army, the Irish Mafia. The federal government has their own racketeering, and it's like the Mafia on the Mafia. They're the worst Mafia is the federal government. Like Todd Blanche and Pam Bundy came here, she murdered Cash Patel, she took all the money and she started paying the Beverly Hills Hilton and the Waldorf Astoria for Donald Trump. The same way when Donald Trump was president in 2016, that he started giving money laundering to Frederick Trump at the Trump hotels in New York City, and he got busted for that. He's doing the same thing again. Along with World War II, we have the kamikaze Japanese, the Senju, which is like T-Tech Bank of America and Amagi Bank and the Money Network. You have Conduit, the Irish Republican Army. You have Nordic Security. You have the American Communication Association, which is like pirates from outer space, aliens trying to attack us because they think we're going to blow up the earth. There's going to be a nuclear holocaust. So the moral of the story is that I filed my case to the federal circuit, and the reason why I qualify is that it is LAICON versus the United States. And LAICON versus the United States employees, like Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and Scott Chewy, that are stealing my lawsuits with aggravated identity theft and pay-to-play racketeering. Amy Yatchison, you know, they have locked me out of Dawson. They have locked me out of Pacer. They have a coup d'etat. It's like Dawson is the e-filing for United States Tax Court. So if you will accept a bribe and give kickbacks to Dawson and federal government employees, they will allow tax evasion. And Lisa Reyes is Simone Volz at the California Supreme Court, and also Judge Cannon's assistant at the United States courts. So they're supposed to give me case lookup and Pacer. They're supposed to give me Pacer Next Gen, but they refuse because they have already committed pay-to-play racketeering, and they have already collected judgment. They've already been paid $8 billion with Eric Trump. They have their own racketeering, the United States federal government. So I qualify because the district court is the United States tax court, and because it's federal employees that are the Mafia and the Mafia, and LAICON against the United States. So I filed a notice of appeal to the federal circuit, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to file another notice of appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States of America on a writ of prohibition and bank. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to file another petition with the World Court because they're trying to legitimize genocide and pillaging.